This will probably be the room where we will spend all of our future days, nights, evenings, mornings. All the time basically we can. You know what? It's done. That room, it took us ages to finish, but finally we got all the equipment we wanted. So let's jump straight into it. So the first thing you might notice about the room is the overall vibe and the interior of the room. Since we spend a lot of time here, we wanted to have this kind of living room feeling, not the feeling that you go to a cold office, but a welcoming feeling. And we have a lot of other artists and guests coming in here. We want them to feel welcome immediately when they step in. And I at least think that doing music is all about the feeling of the music, not the equipment you work with. So having a good mood and a good vibe in the studio helps you a lot more than all the expensive equipment you might have. The heart of the studio is most definitely the desk and the computer and the monitors and everything. It's the place that we love. It's the place that we sit at. It has to just work. We love the simple desk setup. We don't have that much rack equipment. We don't have rack EQs, compressors, even if we might want to, but they're expensive. So the heart is our computer, the Mac Studio, the new one with the silicon chips, and of course our monitors. The monitors we are using are Behringer Through series. They're old. Not the most expensive ones, but they're clean and crisp, and we know how those monitors sound. So that's why they just work for us. They might not work for you, so each ear needs a specific monitor for different tasks. So try to find the best monitor that suits the music you are working on. And something also that people might have different feelings about is the displays, the size, the position and everything. We have been using a 55-inch display for many years. It's 4K, it's crisp, it works, and that means that we have more real estate, so to say, on the display. We can have even more things open and we can see the whole track at one glance. And even if you have multiple plugins open at the same time, you can still see the tracks, the mixture and everything. It just works good for us. And this one here, this has been part of our studio tours in the past also. This is our reliable workhorse, our grand studio piano, the Roland Phantom G8. We've had this for over the time the winning team has even existed. It's a good piano to play when you're songwriting, when you're pitching ideas. It's just good to have, and it's directly set up to the monitor setup, so you can play this over the DAW or over the Spotify or whatever you want. Yeah, and you might be interested in what are those, how are those made. You can see part of the doing on the process in the first studio vlog, but they're basically all built by us and made to kill all the reflections from the speakers, so the sound from our music sounds dead, basically dry. That's why we don't want to have a big room reverb, so we want to hear only the stuff that comes from the speakers. And if we want to add any reverb, we know that we need to add reverb. Did that make any sense? I don't know. Hope it did. And every little studio needs those bits and pieces, small items to give you the inspirational feeling, a conversation starter, some old DJ and mix mags, just to get you in the feeling for making music. And one massive part of this room is of course the back wall. It's 7 meters of acoustic panels from Denmark. They finally arrived, and behind them is almost 1 meter of insulation material to kill all the sub-frequencies. It makes the sound at the couch even as sweet as in the sweet spot. Yeah, and that's basically it for the main roof of our new studio build. I know I showed these other rooms in the prior episode, but do you want to see them? You want to see them? Okay, let's take a look. This is the second room, just a basic setup, monitors. We have an iMac there, but I think it's out on a song camp somewhere. This is like for those songwriting sessions for a smaller group, and I think most of the time the duo Thomas Will are working here. We like the beige color. It's a difference to the main room, and it's also difference to the other one room. And what a color difference it is. This is the red room, used mostly by JSIC, but also for songwriting in a smaller group or mixing sessions or whatever. I think that's mostly it for this studio tour. If you have any questions about what we've done, what are the equipment we use more in detail, feel free to comment below and we'll try to answer all the questions. But now I have to get back to some mixing. See you soon. Bye.